Welcome to Valtown. My name is Steve, and this is Townie, our AI that can write your code for you on Valtown. So if you're new to programming, or if you're an experienced programmer and just don't want to write down every line of boilerplate and scaffolding, Townie can do that now all for you. Today we're going to write a blog application together, and you're going to see all the mistakes I make, all the mistakes Townie makes, and how I debug it and get through it. And hopefully in just 10 minutes we will have a blog that is fully deployed with posts, with a database, with a front end and a back end. So let's get started. Make me a blog. I went with a short prompt. Let me walk you through what it's generating. So it starts with a little comment. We're using Hano, which is a web framework for the backend. Hano JSX, which is how we're going to write the HTML. That is, in this case, server rendered. SQLite is our database. We're on the first schema of our database. It's done. Well, before I go back and explain the code, why don't we just test if it works at all? First post, hi, create post. All right, look at that. We have a blog that's live on the internet. You can navigate and create posts. Here, let me open it up in a new tag so you can see. This is the deployed URL with my username. The generated name is val.web.val.run. Why don't we start? Well, we could take this in a lot of directions here. I'll delete the post. That works. I'm going to go ahead and rename the val to blog. Let's see. And great. That looks good. So there are a lot of different directions we can take this. If you are a DevTools programming languages enthusiast like me, you would know that Ruby on Rails, whenever there's a new Rails version, the DHH makes a blog with Rails. And so that's kind of my inspiration here. I want to mimic that video with blogs and comments. So let's go ahead and say, allow people to comment on specific blog pages. All right, it's going to try a diff, even though it's maybe a little bit too, my instinct is this is too big for a diff. And I was right. Let's see. Maybe there's a chance that I can fix what went wrong. Let's see. Or we can just ask Townie to try. Preview. On line 116. Oh, interesting. All right, yeah, the edit post. Yeah, the diff just went wrong. So, okay, so what we're going to do is revert back to V0. Hit the revert button. Okay. Now say reply with full working code, diff failed. Okay, maybe this will give me some more time to explain the code. Key, this gets the name of the val, so in this case key would be blog. We're on the first schema. That looks like a bug to me because we have this new table, so we maybe should bump the schema to 2, but maybe it's okay because it's just a new table, so that doesn't affect the existing table. All right, create a post. I'll call this second post. Hi. Great, and then I can navigate to it. Ooh, I can add a comment. First comment. Submit. Nice. That looks great. Go back home. Create a third post. Can I do it without content? No, I need some content. All right. Oh, that's pretty funny. You guys saw what happened there. I did, and then I smashed on this button. So yeah, now there are 3 fourth posts. Okay. Well, I think this is a good opportunity to clear the database by simply saying that there's a new schema. The way we handle schema changes in Valtown is you just make new tables because tables are cheap, and that will clear the database for us. Fantastic. Now let's fix that bug. When submitting the forms, if I click the button multiple times. I get multiple entries. Can there are a lot of different ways to do this. Yeah, it really, so it's really kind of ambitious with its diffs. It's something that we're trying to fix in the prompt. You know what I'll do? I'll go ahead and remove diffs. So this will mean that it will just stop giving me diffs because we've removed the option for it to give me diffs in the prompt. Okay, so how is it preventing submissions? It looked like in the diff that failed that it was using a script tag, JS submit once. If submit button. Interesting. All right, I don't exactly know how it's working, but we will try it out. Maybe it'll work. Oop, unexpected error. Okay, cool. Okay. Here, I can fix this error. I actually know what's going on here. Refresh the page. Discard. So it's doing inline JavaScript, and the way you have to do it is dangerously set inner HTML. This is like the correct way to do this. So, to be honest, I don't love this style of how this works, but we'll try it. First post, and I'll hit it a bunch of times. Oh, look at that. It really worked. Okay. Second, smash. Cool. So it worked. It took a little bit of finagling, but we did get it to work. I could go through and explain how this works. I don't even know how it works. Submit. Where's, JS submit once. Interesting. Huh. Okay, so for each form that's a submit once, add a form listener and on submit, then disable the button. Wow, that's a very clever solution. I wouldn't have thought of that. And clearly it works. Okay, so we have posts, we have comments, everything. We can edit posts. We add some exclamation points. That all works. The blog is deployed under the name blog. Posts have their own URLs. Comments don't have their own URLs, but we can add that. Oh, this is the comment. Comments don't have URLs, but we can add that. Basically, we can go in a lot of different directions, and you can see them. So the edit button is too tall compared to the delete button. Comments should have permalinks on their dates. 3, you should be able to edit comments on their own page. What else? That's kind of a lot of changes. 4, make it look visually more appealing. Okay, I think that's like a bunch of cool changes. So we'll start there. Okay, so now it decided to change the schema to 3, maybe because it changed the comments field. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's all right. What other changes should we make to this blog? So I guess in Rails, he never covers this, but one thing that's really on my mind is that you would never really want anyone to be able to create posts. You only want you, the author of the blog, to be able to create posts. So I think we may want to work on some authentication pieces. And then what's another thing? So right now it's anonymous comments, which is kind of gross for obvious reasons. So we could do like a full authentication setup. Okay, so there's my post. Those buttons look weird. And then comment hi. Nice. Permalink to the comment. Look at that. Look at that. That's so cool. Yep, I'll take me right to the comment, and then I can edit the comment. Hi. That is... Are you guys seeing this? This is freaking magic. So we have blogs, we have comments, you can add more comments, you can edit comments. Oh, comments obviously should be able to be deleted, just like posts can be deleted. We have a whole blog. Okay, now I think we should probably do authentication. There are a number of different ways to handle authentication. Which one do I want to use? I think maybe I'll try last login. Okay, so the way last login works, basically there are a lot of different ways to do auth. The key thing that I want is that auth is really straightforward. You just like import it and it works. And I did do that. Okay, so let's give this a try. Okay, so this change will, I don't know what it'll do actually. Let's find out. So I wrapped it in last login. Nothing seems to change. Okay, that's excellent. Great. So what the last login middleware does is it lets you redirect to a couple of places to trigger authentication, and then it passes through authentication once it's working. So we wrapped our handler in it. In your handler, we can redirect to these things. Okay, great. So I'm going to talk to AI about this. I added last login middleware to handle authentication. Okay, so that's that. So I want to say require sign-in, require authentication in order to comment, and show the user's email on their comments. I guess, yeah. I don't know if people will want their emails to be public, but that's fine. We can work on that later. Require authentication in order to make posts. Only about.town should be able to make posts. Make, edit, and delete posts. You may okay, this is giving our poor AI a whole lot to think about. I wonder how much it'll be able to get right. All right, yeah, I can take a quick peek. So, we're storing the email now. we on the third schema? I think maybe we should be on the fourth schema. I think I forgot to update the schema, which is a bummer, but you know. To view a single post. Interesting. Wow. All right. So now I don't see a thing to, wow, look at, can you guys believe this? So I can view posts, but then log in to leave a comment, or I can sign up. I don't know if there's like a difference between sign up and log in, but whatever. All right, so we're going to log in to leave a comment. All right, we have to do this in its own tab. So I guess I'll go for this one. All right, so I'll log in with my Valtown account. Whoa, look at that. I can create a post. All right, so that did work because I'm logged in as me, and then I can comment on my own stuff. Ooh, internal server error. All right, let's go into the logs and see what's going on. So it looks like here. Okay, yep, as I expected. The AI forgot to bump this to 4, so I can do that. So now I can create a new post, and then I can comment on my own post. Nice. Oh, interesting. I think it forgot about editing comments. That's fine. Now let's log out and log in with a different situation. Looking with my other email. All right, but I can't create posts. That button doesn't show up, but I can leave comments. Can you guys believe this? This is freaking magic. So cool. Let's see. Allow users to edit only their own comments. Unfortunately, it's going to regenerate the whole thing. But I'll use this as an opportunity to talk a little bit about this prompt for those who are curious. So the default Valtown prompt looks like this, but we are experimenting very rapidly with our prompt. This prompt, as you, maybe the most noticeable thing about it is that it's in XML, not in Markdown. That's because I got some hot tips that Claude 3.5 Sonnet much prefers XML in its system prompt. So I'm giving that a go. Another thing that's different is that the template I have here is to use Hano and Hano JSX to make a server-side app instead of our default custom prompt is a client-side React app. And the reasoning is that client-side React apps are mostly what users want most of the time, but this app is a blog, and blogs are pretty good. Oh my goodness, wow, it's really talking me through all the changes. All right, can I edit my own comment? Yes. I can edit my own comment, but only my own comment. I can't edit this person, my other email address's comment. That is so cool. Wow. All right. In unified diff. So even though I haven't explained to it how to do diffs, I can tell it here. Change the name of the blog to Steve's blog. And that hopefully will be a small diff. And Valtown knows how to apply diffs. Townie knows how to apply diffs if it's given a diff. Look at that. Okay. In diff, make a couple small changes to the CSS. Make it look more modern, like an Apple blog. like an Apple blog is a cool thing to do, but it might just go ahead and change a ton of stuff in the CSS, which will fail, probably. All right, that's more Apple-y, for sure, for sure. Remove the black background from the header. Yeah, I don't think that looks good. Yeah, it's funny because, like, I'm a programmer, whatever. Like, that's just, it should be just like a line of code or two. Oh, okay, maybe it's a couple things here. Oh, we have to invert the colors, it's funny that I use AI instead, because like a big part of it is I just don't want to have to find those lines of code. Like the AI can find and edit the code, and in this case it was a little more complicated than I thought anyways. Okay, so there we have it, a fully deployed blog with authentication and the ability to edit posts, the ability to edit comments. Not only is there authentication, but authorization. You can only edit your own comments. This links back to the val in question, so that people can, comment on your val or fork your val or send you a pull request. So that's pretty cool. And then if you wanted to put this on a custom domain, that you can do that at Valtown as well in your settings. Custom domains. This is a premium feature, $10 a month to be able to do custom domains. But we would appreciate your business if you have the funding for it. So that's a little bit about Valtown and Townie and how to build a blog in 10 or 20 minutes from scratch, even if you don't know how to code. The main tricky parts, if you were to reproduce this yourself, is you would need this, custom prompt for backend stuff. You don't need to do it with backend stuff. A blog application just happens to be like pretty well suited for it. It's like there's not that much going on in the client. Forms can kind of handle it all. And then you get these nice URLs that work, and it's all server generated, indexed by Google. If you want this prompt, just comment in the video you want it, and I'll share it somewhere. If you want me to take this in any other directions, I could do that too. Maybe the most interesting part of the video or confusing is how this last login stuff works. You can check it out. This is basically it. It's pretty straightforward. Last login is this kind of like open identity provider, so you don't have to go register your app with Google in order to get Google login, because they do the Google login piece, and then you just get the user's email address in a way that you can trust, which is cool. There are other ways to do authentication in Valtown. There's this Lucia Auth middleware that I have. It's kind of like the same thing, but it's for usernames instead of email addresses. So it depends if you want users to have to type passwords and then usernames, or if you want one-click kind of login with Google email addresses. I think there was another. Yeah, there are a couple other authentication schemes that I'm playing around with. If you're interested in auth, hit me up, and I'd love to chat about it some more. I think I'm going to end the video here. Look at that beautiful blog I got. If you end up making something cool, please share it with me on Twitter or Discord or DM. I would love to see it and help you with it, or chat about it, or hear any feedback. Thanks for watching.